Welcome back to another episode of Peak Performers Podcast. I'm your host, Thor Conklin, and today we are going to talk about some of the lessons that I've learned in business. Many times I share the lessons that didn't go quite well, but this one is actually lessons that went well. Stay tuned.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy. When I was 20 years old, I lived in New York City. I had a full-time job during the week, but on the weekends, during the winter, I was actually a ski instructor. And what I would do, I would meet a corporate group in Midtown somewhere on the corner, let's say 57th and Broadway, and there would be a bus that would pull up, and I would meet a group of about 50 people, and I would take them away skiing for the weekend, and I would be their ski instructor. Great job. Great way to meet girls. Great way to have some fun. Great way to ski. Really a lot of fun. And I was thinking about the other day the lessons that I learned by being a ski instructor. Now, I want to be very clear here. None of these lessons apply to your business. None of these lessons apply to your personal life. None of these lessons will apply to anything unless you're a ski instructor. Remember, they only apply to ski instructors. Of course, that's not the case. They apply everywhere. So here's what I learned by being a ski instructor. Number one, be on time, right? Makes sense. I'm meeting a bus at 8 o'clock Friday night. We're going to be taking this group up. I've got to be there on time. This group of 50 are showing up. They don't know what's going on. I'm in charge. The leader has to get there first. Second, I need to be organized. I need to have a list of everyone that's supposed to be on the bus. We don't want to end up with someone that's not supposed to be going on the trip, haven't paid for the trip. Be organized. Have your paperwork in order. Someone needs to be in charge. Control the process, right? You've got 50 people. There's one of you, and there's a bus driver. You're in charge. Step up. Be in charge. Be the leader. On the bus, take care of people. What's going to happen? You've got a group of 50 people, lots of beer, lots of liquor, plenty of pot, on a bus going skiing for the weekend. Guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of drunk, stoned people on the bus. You've got to maintain order and control. You certainly don't want the bus driver getting high from the smoke. Actually, they probably don't do that anymore because it's probably a non-smoking bus. But back in the 80s, that's what happened. You're going to be spending 6 hours with these people. Spend some time, connect with them, get to know them, socialize. The next day when you're at the mountain, what's the first thing that you need to do? Make sure you dress appropriately. Dress for the occasion. If it's going to be cold, make sure you got your jacket, your gloves, your hat, your ski goggles, and your ski equipment. Come prepared. You need to command authority. You're going to have a group of 10 to 12 people looking at you that have never skied before, don't know how to put on their ski boots, don't know how to put on their skis, don't have any idea what they're doing out here. They just wanted to party for the weekend. You're in charge. Take control. You've got to start small, right? These people, some of them are very freaked out about this whole thing. Skis, when they're on a mountain and an incline, start to move. People aren't used to that. You have to start on a flat surface. You must give them explicit instructions. If you leave out any parts of the instructions, they're not going to know what to do. You need to show them what you're asking them to do, not just tell them. You need to practice, and practice. And you need to do this in a place where it's safe, where when they fall down, they're not going to hurt themselves. Remember, they're just beginners. They're just doing this for the first time in many cases. Then what do you need to do? Well, you need to move from the little bunny slope to flat area, and you need to go up the mountain where it's scarier, steeper, faster. Many of them are going to be freaked out. You need to push them beyond their comfort zone in a way that they feel like you're supporting them, you're going to be with them, which you will be. You're going to lend a hand to those that are scared, that have never done this before. You're going to encourage them, even when they're not doing well. The littlest thing, you're going to encourage them. Have a smile on your face. Look, if you're all tense, you're all freaked out, what are they going to be? They're going to be freaked out. Then the next step that I teach them, and this is going to sound very counterintuitive, is I teach them how to go backwards. Why? If you've ever skied before, what ends up happening at some point in the process? You end up going down the mountain backwards. You can actually ski down the mountain backwards. It's not a big deal if you've done it before, if you've practiced it. But if it happens just on the mountain and it just happens out of chance and you haven't practiced it, you didn't think it was coming, and it comes and you don't know how to deal with it, what are you going to do? Freak out, run into a tree, fall down, hurt yourself, etc. Things don't always go according to plan. Teach those that you're responsible for to do something in the event it doesn't go exactly the way it's supposed to go. Train for the unexpected. And finally, after making it down the mountain a few times, it's about 5 o'clock, what do? You head off to the bar and you celebrate. Now, let's face it. Could any of these lessons be applied to your business, to your employees, to your kids, to your family, to anything in your life? Something to think about. All these bullet points that just relate to skiing, where could one of these possibly apply to your organization, to your business, to that new employee starting on Monday that doesn't know what they need to be doing, may not come prepared? Who's in charge? Are you going to show them what to do when things don't go the way it's supposed to go? Are you going to take them by the hand? Are you going to celebrate? Have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the Peak Performers Podcast. Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.